Hi guys, welcome back to today's episode with Boss Beauty. If you're new on this channel, my name is Olateju Bello, and if you've been coming along, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and God bless you all. On today's episode, I'm bringing you this beautiful makeup look. Yes, if you would love to see how I put in our then stay with me and enjoy. If you like my hair, then please let me know and I'll be sure to bring you a video. Thank you so much. Stay comfortable, stay tuned, and enjoy it with me. So in this video, I am starting off with doing my brow first. I am using this Davis pencil number 18, very dark brown pencil for my brow. By now you would know this is one of my favorite products for my brow. I like it because it tends to show on every skin color. It gives me the kind of color that I want and the consistency that I want, so I like to use it a lot. And yes, I'm just shaping the brow following my brow hair, literally fill it in, and I'm just using this spoolie to brush the hair in place and just make it as neat as possible, you know, looking sharp. And if you stay consistent and you draw where you should draw, you find out that it is actually easy to do the brow than you think. So yeah, that's just what I've done. And now I'm going to use this makeup Revolution conceal and define a concealer in number 11, and I'm starting from the middle of the brow where the arc is, and I'm just working my way around it. Looking at the concealer, you're probably thinking, oh, it's not the same shade as me. When you're highlighting your brow, you want to use a concealer that is at least a shade or two lighter than your skin. Not necessarily the same tone as your skin, but as long as it's light, then you'll be fine. And you just have to blend it really well, especially if you're using this kind of color that is really light on me. Then you need to blend, and you find that when you actually blend, everything just works the way you want it to work. So literally you need to take your time and blend really well. But because this is a glittery look and I want the glitter to stay in place, I want the eye popping, so I made sure the concealer was even thicker and I used more concealer than I would normally use, and that's why I'm blending. And now I'm just using that concealer as a base, and my eyeshadow would literally go on that. So yeah, I'm just making sure I blend that into place really well. No creases, just a very flat canvas for the application of my eyeshadow. And now I'm going in with this P. Louise eyeshadow palette. I love this palette. All the colors in there are matte, so they are very good for transitioning. You can use it as your main eyeshadow. Literally whatever color you want is there. I just love the different shades of color, so I'm using that very not too dark, you know, wineish color as my transition. And when you're doing your eyeshadow, or you know, any thing you're doing with makeup, I always say start very little and then you work your way up, so that if there's any mistake that you've done, you can easily correct and, you know, make things right. And I'm using that dark brown to define my crease using a pencil brush, which is from my Zoeva brush set. That's the brush I'm using, and I'm just using that to define the crease area and literally just staying in the crease. And you would see the way the color will just transition and just blend into my transition, and my transition stays as it is. The advantage of using this pencil brush is it literally stays where you want it to stay. If you remember, the brush that I used for my transition was bigger, and that's the brush I'm using now. It was bigger than the pencil one, and literally it is much more fluffier and bigger. It occupies more space than that pencil one, so the pencil one is more precise for that crease, for that corner where you want it to stay. And I'm using this NYX glitter with this NYX glitter glue. I love this glue so much. and it just makes my glitter application really easy. Shout out to Dabira Pro. She actually introduced me to this glitter glue, and I've been using it since then, and I just love it. Glitters is not, you know, my best eye look, but anytime I'm doing it, I like to take my time. I like to make it pop. I like to make it show. You don't want the glitter to actually ruin your foundation, your skin application, so I like to just make sure it stays in place and stay where I want it to stay. So I like this glue so much. It works really well. Before, I used the Benign glitter glue. It's quite liquidy, and I found that when I put that on my eyelid, it stings a lot, so I stopped using it really. And this one is just creamy, and I don't feel anything when I actually use it, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, it just sits there, it blends, and it just makes the whole application, it actually works like a base, and that's why I like it. So it's not too thick, it's not watery, it's not, you know, it doesn't run, so you know, you have nothing to worry about it going in your eyes or anything like that. So that glue is the best that I've used so far. So yeah, I'm just using this flat brush to apply the glitter onto the glue. So I've actually put the glue on my eyelid, and now I'm just putting the glitter on top of it. You can actually mix the glitter and the glue together, but usually doing that technique, you want to use a liquid glitter glue. So the one I use when I'm trying to do that, I use the one from Sleek, and that is very good as well. You can use it, mix it with your glitter, and then place it on, but I feel like this technique just works easier for me, so you know, that's what I prefer to do, and that's what I'm doing in this video. So I'm just making sure that glitter sits really well, as flat as possible, and it blends into my crease, you know, as much as possible. I really wanted this look to pop, so I was just making sure the glitter, I was literally packing on the glitter. I don't want any space in the glitter. I wanted it to be full on glitter, glittery kind of look, if you get it. Yeah. And now I'm just going back in with that crease color just to blend the crease with the glitter. In this look, you can, you know, use it for a night out, you can wear it for a party, you can even have it for a wedding look or party guest look, everyday look if you're the kind of person that like colors, but I wouldn't do this on it every day. It's just a one-off. Yeah. And now I'm using my favorite, all-time favorite Inglot black gel eyeliner, number 77. I always say this glue, this eyeliner literally shows on everything. So yes, it's my favorite, and I'm using that angled brush from Zoeva as well. I'll put the link of all these products that I'm using in the description box below, so be sure to check them out if you're, you know, if you like any of them or you're interested in any of them. And doing my eyeliner, I think I've got a video, a detailed video on, you know, talking you through how I actually do my liner with the, you know, a gel liner. Really, as a starter, as a new, you know, new makeup person, then a glitter eyeliner, not a glitter, a gel eyeliner is the best to use. You know, when you make mistakes, it doesn't run into your eyes, it stays where you want it to stay. You just have to be careful. You don't want to start it too big and then, you know, you end up with a fat eyeliner and then you can't correct it. Start very little and then you work your way. I'm trying to get a wing in this video, so wing is not, you know, my best part at the moment. I'm working on it, but I am getting there. So yeah, I hope you like my wing. I don't know what I was doing, but once you draw your eyeliner and you get it, just leave it. Don't mess about like I did. So I'm just using this Makeup Revolution setting powder to get off, you know, any fallout from the glitter. I didn't really have much fallout, so it was easy for me to just use this to take it off. There's some glitter. This was more of a pigment rather than, you know, those tiny little glitters. Those ones, usually once they go on your skin, you have to literally take wipes and wipe it off. And that's why when you're doing glitter, you're best, of doing your eye before the face, before the skin. Yes. So now I'm just priming my face with this Makeup Revolution mattifying primer. Since I got this primer, I've literally been using it every day. Well, I think it's because of the winter period that we're in. I feel like it just works really well with my skin in this weather. It's not too dry, it's not too mattifying, and it's not creamy. It just works perfectly well compared to the Becca and Pond's one that I use in the summer. Those ones are really, really mattifying. So yeah, I like this one. And it's foundation time, you already know. I like to mix, and that's literally what I'm doing. My favorite Lancome and NARS foundation, mix them together, and I apply it with a damp beauty blender. If I'm using a brush, I use a brush all through, and if I'm using a beauty blender, it has to be wet. You can't afford to use a dry beauty blender. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. It has to be wet. That is what makes it work really well. And can you see how that foundation literally just goes into my skin? I have a warm skin tone. Sometimes it looks a bit yellowish, but I know that I've got a warm tone because looking at my skin, you can tell that it's a bit red as well. So yes, this foundation just works for me, and that's why I like the two. If I'm not using these two, then the other one that you've seen me use most of the time is Juvia's Place foundation in Lagos. Yes, as a Lagos girl, we got to represent. So I'm just blending and blending and blending and blending, blend, literally blending. Yeah, my hand was actually hurting in this video, but you got to blend. So now I'm going to do my highlights, and I'm using the concealer that I used for my brow. I'm just using that to highlight my face, putting my under eye, a little bit on my forehead, my chin, and on my nose. You want that nose to be really snatched, the way we like it. Yeah. And to blend that out, I usually use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, spray all over my face, and that actually makes the blending work out easily. But in this video, I have used the fixing spray from Makeup Revolution. It was my first time using it. I just got it really, so I thought, let me try it and see how it works out. And it was really good. It worked. It did what I wanted it to do. So yes. So far, I think I've liked all the products that I've got from Makeup Revolution, apart from the setting powder, which it just makes a mess in my bag. The first one I got, it started making a mess after I opened it, but I actually thought I didn't open it properly, so I got a new one, and that was exactly the same thing. I think the way they've done it, once you open it, it just literally keeps spilling out. I've bought it twice and I've tried it, and I know it's not the way I've opened it because there wasn't any special way to open it. So unless you literally take out the tape on top of the cover, you take it out. When you use the powder, you have to actually place the tape back on. But once you take it all the way out, it's a problem getting it to stay. Literally, my makeup box it just keeps making a mess. I put it in the bag. In fact, I took it on my holiday, and by the time we got there, it was just a big mess. Like, the whole thing was in the bag. I'm glad I actually put it in a nylon. If not, it would have spoiled all my clothes and stuff. So that's the only thing I don't like about the setting powder at the moment from Makeup Revolution. But apart from that, all the other products that I've used from them seem to do the job that I want it to do, and they've been good. And now I'm just contouring my face, and I'm using Makeup Revolution concealer as well to contour. I'm doing my forehead, my cheek, my nose, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna blend that out as normal. Still using the same beauty blender. I haven't changed it. It's the one that I use for my highlighter, and I'm just using it to contour Again, just using different sides of the beauty blender to do different things. And you can see how I blend that so well that it doesn't even look like there's any contour, because I'm still going to use the contour powder to define that contour, but at least this gives me the effect already. So by the time I put the powder on, it just blends really well. And to do my nose, I'm using this small brush from my brush set that I got from AliExpress, and I'm just using that to blend that out, blending it into the eye area and then taking it down to my nose, just so it gives me that, you know, really snatched nose effect. And that's what I'm doing. When you're contouring, you want your contour, you want your nose, you know, the contour to be as close to each other as possible. You don't want it to be too far away, because once it's far away, then it makes your nose even bigger. But the point of you contouring your nose is to make it look slim, so you want to be as close to the bridge of your nose as possible. Yeah, so that the only space there would be the bridge of your nose. You're contouring the sides, not the corner of your nose. Yeah, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, just thought I should have a little, you know, me time. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Makeup Revolution setting powder, and I've just used that to set my face. And now I'm using contour powder from the Makeup Revolution face palette to contour my nose. Literally just defying the cream contour that I've done. I'm just setting it with a contour powder, literally. And I'm using the blusher from the same face palette from Makeup Revolution, and I'm just using the blusher on, you know, my cheekbone. And yeah, I just love all the faces that we pull when we're doing our makeup. Look at that, look at that. You actually do it. You do the duck face, you do the pouting face, you do all sort of faces. You just pull different faces just to get these things to work. It's so funny, but yeah, you have to do what you have to do to get what you want. Yeah. And now I'm literally just putting the color that I used for my crease. I'm just putting that in my bottom lashes just to make it, you know, a bit more dramatic and smoke it out. And yeah, I'm just blending that out with my contour brush, literally. And then I've done my lashes. You already know how I do my lashes. I put the glue on my eyeliner and I just place my lashes on top of the glue, and that's just the easiest way for me. If you want to see how I do that, I'm sure I've got video in, you know, somewhere in my playlist. Please do check it out, and you will find it easy to do. And then now I'm just using this liquid liner from NYX to blend the tip of the lashes to my eyeliner. Yeah. So I've actually used a white gel to, you know, put it in my waterline to make the face even more, the eyes even more dramatic. And that setting spray was exactly the one I used when I wanted to blend in my contour, my highlights, and it's from Makeup Revolution. Can you see that white gel in my waterline? Yes. I love to do that once in a while if I just want to jazz things up. Yeah, and that's what I've done. And this lashes is one of my own brands from Boss Beauty, and I'm just doing my lips. I'm using the same lip pencil that I used for my brow. I'm using that to line my lips, and that's one main reason why I like that pencil. Literally, I use it for different things. And using the OPV lipstick I've used in this video. I've used Wine, I think it's Silencer, and Lagos Babe that I've used. And I've got a video on how I actually did the perfect lipstick. If you check my playlist, is there, and I've got the link to the lipstick in that video. and I'm just cleaning the lips with my concealer brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, just making sure things are neat, you know. And yes, that's the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for enjoying the video. And these are just pictures of me messing about. Please don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, share with your friends, spread the word. Please, guys, help this girl. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer you. Thank you and have a good day. Bye. Yeah, okay, just one more picture and I'll be gone. Yes, that's it. See you later. Bye bye.